Well, thank you to the world for listening in to the Good New World series podcast. This is season 2, episode 7. And I want to thank those that saw the presentation by Andrea and I in Istanbul, the live version of the Good New World as part of the World Unification Congress. And I have to thank the Malala Supreme Foundation and the Core to Friendship Association for inviting us to this amazing gathering in Istanbul, where we gave our presentation to thousands in the audience from over 40 nations. So people are indeed listening in, and you can see that presentation of ours on our collective YouTube channel, as is all this podcast also available on our collective YouTube channel and also our collective Facebook group. So, as I said, this is a Good New World series inspired by God, created by Dr. Leon Ying, designed by Andrea Wen, and dedicated to humanity. So, the appropriate, I would say, episode for this month is called Humanity. So this episode hopefully will show how we can put the human back into the word humanity. You may say, well, that's a bit of a bold statement, but those that know the current statement of our world, with all the various conflicts that's around us and the instability, will know that sometimes it's, we forget about the human side of our humanity. So without regarding to the state, this is the new humanity that I will be presenting. So you bear with me. I'm going to show you my presentation for this month that we did for July for our Core to Friendship Association. We're member number 5, which I'm proud to share with Andrea Wen. Those that are aware, my Clydesdale partner, and Linda Zaraya, my mother-in-law. So this month's series or episode is called New Humanity, which is actually dedicated to One Humanity, One World foundation created by, indeed, my brilliant and talented Clydesdale partner, Andrea Wen. So as usual, for our presentation, we take an excerpt from the knowledge book and use that as the guide to our presentation. So the excerpt that we found, I'll read this out, it's called "The Days Are Approaching in Which the Entire All Universe Will Assemble by a Collective Consciousness." And that's in the knowledge book, Fascicle 27. Announcements for the English version of that book is the English version, page 405. So as stated, this new humanity will be focused on our foundation, One Humanity, One World, a global social movement with a vision to unify humanity under one world. Our mission statement, One Humanity, One World, OHAL, in short form, is a global social movement dedicated to unifying humanity under one world vision. Our simple yet powerful motto, OHAL, encapsulates our wonder at what we can accomplish together. So that includes global unity, building bridges across cultures, nations, and backgrounds to create a unified human family. And, we obviously, ideally, can only survive and prosper and evolve if we have a peaceful world that we create, not just a global unity under a peaceful world that promotes harmony and cooperation rather than conflict and division, which regrettably, there's too much of that nonsense around the world at this time. But we have got to have the hope and the aspiration, and that's what this Good New World series is all about, is showing what the future can be. What it is, not what it is now, but what it can be, and moving forward and upward. The human potential, like I said to you, we human may be fragile animals, but we have such great potential, that we don't. we shouldn't be limiting ourselves to accept our imagination. So enabling each individual to reach their fullest capacity in a supportive global community, as I said, built on a peaceful world. So even though we are a collective, we are one human, one race, we shouldn't lose our individuality. We are still individuals. On our first mission statement, recognize the importance of our individuality and our freedom and potential to bring each of our desires, our hope out. So not to limit, like I say, we're not making, just a collective robots with one mind and one heart. The potential of our goal, our mission for peace, global peace, has to come collectively, but we should not limit each other's individual creativity and potential. So give each of us the freedom to reach our earthly potential in a healthy environment and peaceful world. We believe that every person deserves the opportunity to develop their unique talents and ability, contributing to both personal fulfillment and collective advancement. And synergetic to that is not only are we individuals that we should respect, but we should also respect our partnership. That love unites, hate divides. That's obviously an obvious statement, but sometimes, like I say, we let hate dominate, our mood and our thing. So we need to ensure that is overcome with love. Our second mission statement emphasizes the power of love as the fundamental force that brings people together across differences. So that's an extremely important emotion that we should, like I said, it's an obvious one. I mean, it's not obviously the first one to say that love is so important, but, there's a reason why we keep saying love is important, because, like I said, regrettably, quite often we tend to forget that. It's a sad indictment, but it is a truthful indictment. But that's something we must never lose. And in not just love, but in our business, in everything in our life, is all about building the right partnership in marriage, of course, not just in business as well. So we foster that meaningful connections between individuals, communities, and nations based on mutual respect and understanding. And obviously come together with collaborative solution. By working together as partners, we can address global challenges more effectively than through division and conflict. Yes, these statements may seem very obvious, but again, just like the Ten Commandments may seem very obvious, thou shalt not kill. There's a reason why those Ten Commandments gradually are drummed into us, because that's something to keep our mind and our focus on the right path forward and upward. So the unity, the core of each one of us, our foundation is our family. So there's the blood bonds, of course, the family that we're born into, the immediate family unit that provides our first sense of belonging and identity. Then from our blood bonds is the village bond, the community connections that extend our sense of kinship beyond blood relations. And then you expand that into a bigger community, it becomes a nation bond. The shared culture and civic identity that unite people within countries and continent. And ultimately, we live on one planet, one world. So there's the world bond, the emerging global consciousness that recognize our common humanity across all borders. So borders to unite, to hold hands in unity towards a peaceful existence, and not borders for conflict, for squabbling over resources and different cultures, different races. No, we will only end up eliminating ourselves. We do that. So collectively, bonds as a family, by blood, by village, by nation. Now let us be bonded as a world. And that's what our One Humanity, One World Foundation is. Mission goals are. So ultimately, we are humans. Let us put human back into humanity. Let us not conquer each other, but new frontiers. There's the vastness of stars and spirit awaiting us to explore the outer stars as aliens and the inner spirits as angels. That is the evolution to come for humanity if we can survive this tumultuous time that we are and ensure that we go down the righteous and good path. So our fourth mission statement calls us to redirect our collective energies away from conflict and towards exploration and discovery. By embracing our shared humanity, we can unlock unprecedented potential for growth and advancement. So this is our vision for the future of all of humanity. So the individual empowerment, as I mentioned to you, although I keep emphasizing the collective, we must not lose track that we are individuals, that we all have our own creativity, our own needs, our own desire to be met. So we should embrace that individuality within our collective. So the individual empowerment is creating conditions where every person can thrive and develop their unique potential. But we must survive as a community, as a collective, as a family. And this is the partnership building, fostering relationship based on love, respect, and mutual benefit rather than division. And as I say, at the core of that is our family expansion, whether it's through blood, through our community village, through our national culture, and ultimately our single will that we all reside as a single race. So the family expansion, extending our sense of kinship to embrace all of humanity as one global family. And now, ultimately, the human advancement, redirecting our collective energies toward exploration, discovery, and spiritual growth. OHA envisage a world where our shared humanity transcends our differences, allowing us to tackle global challenges together. So please, if you like what we just stated, join the movement, our OHAL movement. The One Humanity, One World is more than an organization. It is a movement towards a unified global consciousness. Our simple motto, OHAL, invites wonder at what we might accomplish together. Together, we can create a world where individuals flourish, partnerships thrive, families extend beyond borders, and humanity reaches for the stars. Oh, how we can change the world. So thank you again to the Core to Friendship Association for allowing us to do these monthly presentation, which we're incorporating in this Good New World series. And again, I want to thank my council members, Andrea Wen and Linda Zaraya. Let me terminate this sharing and wish you much love and peace. Our Christ, our blessing to you all. Thank you. And I look forward to seeing you for the next episode next month.